friends, let's continue with our series. The next lecture we have, which is lecture number 21, will be about encapsulation and access modifiers. Let's begin. First we will know about encapsulation in Java. Let's look at the definition. Encapsulation is one of the four fundamental OOPS principles, along with inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction, as we previously understood. It refers to wrapping data, which is variables, and methods that operate on this data into a single unit, typically a class. What it means? It says that encapsulation is one of the four fundamental OOPS principles, which you already know, and this refers to wrapping data, which is variables, and methods that operate onto this data into a single unit, typically a class. So a class will have the data or the variables and the methods that operate on the data, which means the methods that operate on these variables under a single class, alright, into a single unit under a single class. Let's go further. What are the main goals? Data hiding, prevent direct access to class variables from outside the class. We will know about the class and accessing the classes very soon. Control, provide controlled access through methods, getters and setters. Maintainability, internal representation of an object can be changed without affecting the other parts of the code. Alright. Security, sensitive data is kept from unintended access. How it works? Encapsulation in Java is implemented by declaring variables private, providing public methods like getter and setters to access or modify them. Benefits of encapsulation: protects internal object state, which means it preserves the state of the objects along with their data. Makes code more flexible and easier to maintain. It is much more easy to maintain your code along with encapsulation because your data or your variables are binded along with single unit, along with the method that your data is being operated on into a single unit, and that typically happens under a same class. Reduces complexity by hiding internal logic, so it increases the flexibility of the program. And finally, it enforces proper usage of class members. Let's learn about access modifiers in Java. There are four types of access modifiers: private, default, protected, and public. Let's actually start with a public one, so you will get a better understanding. In the public access modifier, makes a package or a class accessible from anywhere. You can access it from outside the class, from a package, from within the class, from within the package. Least restrictive access level, because you can access it from anywhere, from inside the class, from inside the package, or from outside the class or outside the package. Hence its least restrictive access level. Alright, it can be accessed from anywhere. Next we have protected. It is accessible within the same package. You can only access it in the same package. If you go outside of a specific package, you will not be able to access it under the protected modifiers. Also accessible in subclasses, even if they are in a different package. The only condition they could be accessed in a different package is when they are in a subclass. Alright, subclasses means different subclasses, often used in inheritance scenario. So you will be going to use it whenever you have a parent child relationship or a superclass and subclass relationship. So next we have default, no modifier specified. It comes when you do not specify it, there is no specification and it becomes default. It is also called package private, not private, it is called package private. Alright, accessible within the same package only. You cannot access it outside your current package, not accessible from outside the package even by subclass. So the protected modifier, you can access the protected modifier from subclasses even if they are in different package, but here you are not able to do that. Alright, so okay, that's it about this one. Finally we have private, accessible only within the same class, not visible to other classes even in the same package. So if there are two classes or multiple classes within a same package, the private modifier will not be accessible, it will not be visible. Alright, it is commonly used for data hiding in encapsulation. Finally, I'll show you a chart. This chart will help you remember about the access modifiers in case you need to remember it or recall it. I would suggest you to go through the theory and learn it properly, and rather than relying on chart. But if you are not able to rely on the theory, you can just use the chart as well. Thank you for watching.